This is Chef. Chef and I spent the night last night in Newport, Tennessee. And we're back on the trail early this morning. Now, Chef here made the grave error of hitchhiking in Tennessee. You're not supposed to hitchhike in Tennessee, as he soon found out, as he was arrested. Now, I would give him the trail name Smooth Criminal, but he's already been dubbed Chef, so I'll just let it go.
Some people said, no, it's not Chef anymore, it's Jailbird.
It's Jailbird. Okay, well, whatever. The point is, for you viewers who haven't yet reached Tennessee, don't hitchhike in Tennessee.
Don't hitchhike in Tennessee. Definitely not in Gatlinburg.
Not Gatlinburg, okay.
Make sure you're out of city limits.
There you go. All right. I've been hiking up all morning. I think this was a 25 or 2,800 foot climb out of Davenport Gap this morning. I have no idea what's on the other side of this ridge. It's either Idaho or God. We'll know in a minute. You want to put the next hook? A little left turn reveals this little space vehicle. I don't know what that is. That's what it looks like. Air traffic control. Okay, now it all makes sense. I'm at Max Patch. Pretty crowded up here. A lot of campers. The hills are alive with the sound of music. Fa la la la. I don't know the words to the rest of the song. Fa la la la. Stayed in Newport last night in Tennessee at a hotel. Today, I've hiked so far 13 miles to get to the top of Max Patch. Max Patch is windy. It's also beautiful. In 1 week, I've been to Klingman's Dome, Charlie's Bunyan, and Max Patch. Those are 3 iconic spots on the AT. 2 more miles and I'll be at a shelter. That's where I'm going to stay tonight. Probably about 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so I better get moving. It's about 40 degrees up here. Winds at a constant at about 20, 25. I was told last night it got down into the 20s up here with some powerful winds, so it probably felt like 0. This is one of the campers who was up here last night. I don't think I'd want to camp up here. It's just too exposed. We're way above the tree line, but it is an absolutely magnificent location. You gotta make it. Max Patch, baby. I had no idea it was in Tennessee. I thought it was way up in Virginia. So yesterday I did Max Patch, probably hiked somewhere between 14 and 16, maybe even 18 miles. It's hard to tell because Gut Hook kind of changes trail maps when you pass Standing Bear, and I think there's about a mile or 2 that's not really counted. At least a couple of us discussed it and came to that conclusion. One way or the other. Stayed at Roaring Fork Shelter last night, which was just after Max Patch, and right now I'm on a hilltop that's really looks a lot like Max Patch in that regard. It's, you know, kind of an open spot, but not quite as clear, and there's hardly anybody here. There's only one other hiker up here now trying to get a phone call through. My goal today is about 17.9 miles. That'll get me into Hot Springs. If I can get to Hot Springs, then I can probably take a zero there. And I got a couple of friends I want to meet up with, and look forward to seeing them. It's been a great hike. Last night at Roaring Fork, the shelter also was occupied by about 8 Boy Scouts and 2 Scoutmasters, and they were incredible. They fed us breakfast this morning. They had more oatmeal than they could eat, and so they were feeding all the through hikers, and there were about 10 of us. They collected all our garbage so that they could pack that out for us so we wouldn't have to carry that. That's always a bonus. Great bunch of people. Troop 97 out of Charlotte, North Carolina. So kudos to them. Okay, I just left the medical clinic in Hot Springs. Developed what I thought was shin splints on my right shin yesterday after an 18-mile day, and woke up this morning and it had a big red spot about 6 inches long and 4 inches wide on my right shin. They diagnosed it as cellulitis and prescribed an antibiotic for me. So this is within the first 275 miles. I've been to 2 walk-in clinics and been prescribed antibiotics for one reason or another. The first one was my finger, this one's my shin, cellulitis. So hopefully it'll clear up, but it may take 2 days. They recommended I not hike today or tomorrow, so I may take a second zero just to give it time to clean up. It's not an uncommon problem with hikers, so they were familiar with it and said give it a rest and then get back on and cut your mileage back down to maybe 8 to 10 miles a day instead of 16 to 20. So I'll follow the doctor's advice. It's going to slow me down, put me behind. I wanted to do the next 5 days and get to Irwin within 5 days, but I don't think I'll be able to do that now, but that's okay. I got to take care of the body, got to listen, got to do what the doctor says. Don't want to end my hike by being stupid. Here at the Laughing Heart Hostel, what would a good visit to a resupply location be without a tour of a laundry room? So here we are. You got 1 dryer and 2 washers. That's pretty much the opposite of what I think it should be, because a washer only takes 20 minutes, but a dryer takes 40. So if you had 1 washer and 2 dryers, well, that just seems like it would make more sense. But I don't run all the laundry rooms in the world. I just know which ones have cameras. Today is day 2 of my doctor prescribed no hiking. So it's my second zero, quote unquote, a day where I'm not moving forward at all. And that's really excruciating because I really want to be moving. I want to get some miles behind me, and I can't do that. So today, my leg is doing better. The red spot is gone, but it still hurts quite a bit. I can understand why the doctor doesn't want me walking on it, but at the same time, I know that it would be very, very painful if I did. So I totally agree with him. One way or the other, I'm here for a second day. So I offered my services to the Hostel management team to do whatever I can do to assist them running the Hostel if there's any repairs, fixes, organizational things, anything I can do to offer my services, I've offered to them, just to give me something to do. I'm going to stand around here all day long going absolutely stir crazy, and it's driving me nuts. It's going to put me an extra day behind, plus an extra day to get to Irwin, so it's going to put me 2 days behind where I had planned to be. But it is what it is. Give you a little tour of the place. What you see behind me there is the Laughing Heart Lodge. That's the top of the line place where you get private rooms and private baths. Behind me, back this way, is the hostel where I've been staying, where you can get rooms for anywhere from $35 down up to $50, and it's, you know, a private room or a bunk room. The bathrooms are all community, and the kitchen is community. And then behind me over here is the big, ginormous front lawn that you can pitch a tent for 10 bucks a night. So I had a private room the first night for $50. I had a bunk room the second night for $30, but nobody else was in the bunk, so it was kind of like a private room. Tonight I'm going to move to the tent, just to save a few bucks, but hopefully I'll be able to get on the road, the trail tomorrow. It's going to be a tough day today, but I'll find something to do. I don't care what it is. You know, you want me to sweep floors, you want me to take out garbage, you want me to organize the magazine rack, I'll do it. Just give me something to do. I can't stand around here. It's not in me. So, see how it goes.
Good cooking. Okay. Just casually.
And I helped. Everything I know about cooking spaghetti sauce, I learned from Goodfellas.
If anything, we like it.
I like it.
Aw.
It's good.
It's good. It's
Worst year to do it, I guess. Well, they closed down. He truly was. Yeah, you have to say yeah, which you're on your own now. I'm kind of keeping it.
everybody feeds her, so.
No, it's not. Yeah, we were.
Finally, like at least a protein cane type of thing where you can, you're going to try to put it on. You're going to need
Well, good morning. This is day 4 in Hot Springs. I had to take 3 zeros here because of a swollen ankle. Went to the medical clinic twice. I got x-rayed yesterday, and there's nothing wrong with the bones. So any problems I have are associated with the cellulitis that was diagnosed on Monday. This is Thursday morning, I believe. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, no, maybe today's Friday. I don't remember anymore. All I know is it's killing me that I haven't been able to hike. So it's now 30 degrees. I just woke up. It's about 6:30 in the morning. Everything is, it's not frozen, but you know, frost is everything. All the condensation inside the tent is iced. So it's been 30 degrees for a couple of hours anyway. It's probably going to warm up into the 50s today, so that's not too bad. But I'm finally going to get on the trail this morning. Against doctor's wishes, they wanted me to wait one more day. I soaked my foot in Epsom salt yesterday, and it seemed to help a little bit, help the swelling. Feels a little better now. I don't know how it's going to react once I start climbing mountains or descending mountains. That's the tough part, but I got to do what I got to do. Got to move the ball forward. Can't sit here forever. It's driving me nuts to do that. So I'm going to give it my best shot and see what happens. It's going to take me about 6 days to get to Irwin, Tennessee instead of 5 because I'm going to cut my days a little shorter and do 10 miles or less per day as opposed to the 15 to 20 a day I was planning. So I have to carry more food, which means more weight. So it's like one thing always works against the other, but you got to do what you got to do. I'll be fine. I'll check in later. We'll see what happens.
Is Sparky coming today or no?
So that was her plan when I left.
Spring Mountain Shelter, mile 285.
Her plan was to come all the way.